Hi everyone, welcome back to Perich Podcast. In this session, we are going to discuss about the recently created EV index in the Indian stock market. So regarding this, an article came in the Business Line newspaper, which is NSE Indices launches India's first electric vehicle index. So when we see the Nifty bank stocks, it will be purely the banks which will be present. But in the EV index, we see battery manufacturer and automobile companies also.
Okay, there's two ways to look at this. One, you want to be investing in electric vehicles, right? And you don't know how to invest to choose a company, right? But at the same time, you don't want to go to a mutual fund, right? Because the mutual fund charges money to maintain. They'll decide the fund manager. So when this is being declared by the Nifty, it's like a passive index you can have for EV, where the fund manager doesn't decide on which companies to buy. His role is very little, like how you're buying the Nifty 50. You can passively invest in the Nifty EV fund, which are the companies set by the Nifty, which companies will be there in the EV. But what you should keep in mind is like the Nifty 50 has companies, has sectors, then it has weightages. Like finance has so much of weightage. Let's say we decide 20% of the Nifty 50 should be finance companies. That means the value of the Nifty 50, 20% of it should be leaning on financial sector. So same way, you have to study first the EV index. What is it they're saying? What are the different sectors which are going to be present, right? And what are the weightages for these companies? And what is the criteria for eligibility of the companies to be inside this? You have to study that, right? Like how you study stock, if you really want to understand this. Otherwise, you don't want to understand it. You can say, okay, I trust Nifty. Because if I am trusting NSE, I must trust Nifty. Then if I trust Nifty, then I trust EV also, and you invest. That's one way of looking at it. But if you really want to understand the nuances of it, you should study a little more into it. It's a new fund. So there's no track record. There's no real history. It's just being set up. So you have to see how it does over a period of time. And if you believe in electric vehicles being the future of transportation for not only us, the world over, then it's something you can consider and invest into.
So in this article, they have mentioned that the base date for the new thematic index is April 2, 2018 and the base value is 1000 points. So what is meant by base value of the index?
Okay. When you play cricket, right, you have two things are important for keeping score. One is you need to know where you're starting from to keep score. Second thing is actual score is between the two wickets. You need to know where the end of the wicket is and start of the wicket is. So you can count one run. So base date and base value is like that. So you started the index, EV index, but 5 months later or 1 year later, you want to know how is it doing. So you have these base parameters, the date it started on. So the price of all the stocks on that day, on the weightage, you calculate, and that's your starting point. And that is considered like the 1000. They set number 1000. You can have 100, you can have 10. They've taken 1000. Like Nifty 50 is 1000. So let's say today you have invested, right? And all the companies put together in your base date being today, you start the index, and you said the base is 1000. Right, and the price of all the companies in your index, the share comes to, let's say, $1 billion. Next year we have come, same date next year. Now that the value has gone from $1 billion to $1.2 billion. That means your base has gone up by 20%. You understood? So it's just used for calculation to see how your index is performing. To see as a base parameter from the baseline guideline to see how much you're going up or going down. So that is what it's useful for. Other than that, the base value does not change. So it's set at 1000, it stays at 1000. So you can compare yourself, like setting the starting point. So for you to measure yourself where you're going forward.
So if you take the example of Tata Motors, it is both in Nifty auto stocks and Nifty EV stock, and it will be in many other sectors.
No, you've got something very confused here. These are sectors. These are indexes. They have nothing to do with the company or the company's business. These are ways it is structured for an investor to invest in these companies. End of the day, you're still buying. When you're buying Nifty 50, You're still buying the company.
Okay.
You're not buying some Nifty. There is no Nifty.
Okay.
They're not buying NSE. You understood?
Yeah.
You're still buying the shares of the company.
Okay.
Through mutual fund, through these index funds, you own partial ownership. You don't own the full share. You may own bits and pieces, but you're still only owning the business. So when dividend payout comes to you. So Tata Motors can be in different indexes, right? It can be in different stock markets. End of the day, you're still buying the same.
Tata Motors.
Buying into the company. And that company is still one company. Ways you're buying it from different ways and means and methods you're buying it, they are giving you opportunities to buy it different ways. But doesn't mean you're buying different companies. End of the day, you're buying the same company. That's why some people do known as index market arbitrage, meaning you buy it at one price in NSE and you're allowed to take the same stock and sell it in BSE because you're a shareholder. It's one stock. So that ownership, you can go float it and sell it. Of course, the difference between NSE and BSE is not anything big. It's very marginal. So, but some people do that.
So can we say that it is similar to buying a product online or in supermarket?
Yeah, but you're still buying the same product.
Okay.
You're buying Colgate toothpaste in Amazon, buying in Swiggy, or buying it in Nilgiri store. It's the same. Nilgiri store might not offer you a discount. Amazon might be trying to entice you by giving you some discount, saying use some coupon code and I'll give you 5 rupees off. But it amounts to the same amount of thing. End of the day, you're just getting one toothpaste.
Okay.
Understood?
Yes, sir. So I hope that this video was informative and you had some knowledge about the recently created EV index. So if you like this video, please share it with your friends and subscribe to this channel for more videos. See you in another episode with an interesting topic. Thanks for watching the video.
Thank you.